Who is Greg?
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 Who is Greg? Who is Greg?
Who is Greg?
Who is Greg?
Bow, bow. Bow, 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 bow.
Greg.
Welcome to Cat and Raven Designs. I'm Cat.
And I'm Raven. And this is the most you've ever seen of our workspace. Crazy. So we are here to answer the question, who is Greg? This is Greg. So this, as a heads up, this is not sponsored by Brambleberry, but we did order this from
Brambleberry.
From Brambleberry.
English number one.
English number one. So,
sorry, Jackie. We adore you, though.
shall we release Greg?
Release the Greg!
Release the Greg. Okay, so this is going to be an unboxing and an introduction, I guess. Okay, what do we got at the top here? Enchanted Garden Collection. Ooh, that would have been nice to have that coupon code when I ordered this. Extra packing paper. And if you're ever wondering what we do when we get supplies and we have packing paper, we keep it and we use it for ourselves. Whoa. Greg came with a seat cushion.
Greg came with pads.
Greg's padded.
Greg is a fierce bitch.
We shall release Greg. Oh, Greg. There we go.
That's big Greg.
This is Greg. I don't know how well we can see Greg on screen right now. But this is Greg. Greg is our new multi-bar cutter. And one of our streams, we asked what we should name the new multi-bar cutter, and the general answer was Greg the Destroyer. So this is Greg the Destroyer. Their pronouns are they, them. And their name is Greg, G-R-E-G. We're excited to get to use Greg.
Yes.
So Greg comes from Brambleberry. So Greg looks like Greg's going to have pretty good clearance for us, I think. Greg's got some extra wires. There we go. There we are. So we don't have a finished loaf at this exact moment to test on Greg, but we will have one shortly. We can come back and show you how it goes. So this is a gift that Kat got me. Really? Super tits on camera? Put those away. Put them away. This is a gift that Kat got me with like a gajillion googly eyes. Adorn Greg as they deserve to be adorned. They joined the soap family. Okay, so the question becomes, Kat, is Greg a close-up eyes kind of situation?
Derpy as fuck.
Or derpy? Derpy?
Derpy.
Okay. Alright, Greg, it has been decided.
Notice how there was no hesitation.
Welcome to the family, Greg. We're glad you're here. So, shall we go make some soap in a different video and come back with some loaves and test Greg out?
Yes.
Alright, so Greg, you hang on there, sweetheart. We're gonna go make soap later and give you a shot and we'll finish this video up. Okay, we're back. It is, what, the next day?
Not the next day, the day after the next day.
I don't even know anymore. Well, we have made some soap. So I'm going to go ahead and open Greg up, and here's Greg looking at you. I've got a loaf of Lavender Fields Forever. So we remade that recently. I gotta figure out how to do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Huh. This is gonna be weird. Alright, I guess I gotta push this all the way back against that little raised edge there, I think. Boy, this is gonna give us some, like, hearty-sized sample bars. Is that really an inch? Yeah, I guess that's really an inch. Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Ah! Come on, Greg! Here we go. Yeah, I like that. That looks alright. Oh, this is harder than I thought it was going to be. Like, you actually have to put more force into this than I was expecting.
Mommy.
Hi, Allie.
I want to be in the film, but sitting down.
You want to sit down right there and watch? Okay, so this is awesome. That was so fast. Alright, let me take the sample bars off. Ooh, we've got some drags.
Maybe we should have done that on the side.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that on the side. Alright, well, let's pull a Katie. And let's get...
Look on that.
Yeah, let's pull a couple out of the middle here. And there we are. This is so cool. We're easily amused. So these are all exactly the same size, which is awesome. Okay, so this time I'm gonna go ahead and... Should I do the lavender towards me, do you think? Yeah, I think that's the best way to do that, right? Because then the lines, the wires hit here first.
Yeah.
The lavender buds last. Okay, so let's give this next... Twang! There we go. Okay, well I guess going forward now, sample bars are going to be thick. That swirl came out so much better this time. Mm-hmm. Look at that. That's so pretty. Alright, well, in case it's not apparent, it is in the middle of the day. Yes, thank you. Alright, your turn. Kat's gonna give it a try now. I kind of wish Greg had, like, some sealant, so it was easier to clean.
You got sealant, right?
Yeah, I do. I just kind of wish it had come sealed. Can you not be spanking my butt while I'm trying to record?
Okay.
Thank you. I know, you think you're very funny.
Butt.
You think you're hashtag smack Raven's butt? Thank you, child. Yeesh. Tiny agent of chaos. So you have to put a little more effort into it than you'd think. Like the lavender buds just like explode everywhere. What's wrong?
I was not expecting them to explode.
Oh yeah, they did that to me too. What are we gonna do when we're only cutting like 1 or 2 loaves? We're used to there being like 15-20 minutes worth of talk time. Now it's gonna be like 5 minutes.
If that.
So much faster.
And that would.
Mm-hmm. You like lavender?
I wish we could have one to keep.
Well, we can probably keep one if we want.
Oh, so you make doing Pride
So
much easier.
Oh my god. I'm so looking forward to that. Ooh, look at that swirl. Ooh, that looks almost like... That one looks kind of like a greyhound. Like the greyhound is facing that way. Mm-hmm. And this one makes me think of like a flower.
It made me think of like, you know, like the trippy like elephant thing where like, that's what that makes me think of.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta get used to... Oh no!
No!
Oh! No! Cat! Well, I guess that'll be the one that we keep. This will be interesting to clean up. At least these gaps in here are really wide. So that should make getting something in there to clean it a lot easier. Okay, so this last bit here, I made some adjustments to our slab molds. It used to be our slab molds interior measured, I think 10.5 by 10.5, and I redid them as 13 by 13. So they're a little bigger, and we now do the batch larger, because the problem we were having was that the slab mold, the bars were coming out not as wide as our usual bars, and were slightly taller. So they weren't measuring properly for the rest of our bars. So now that I've redone the slab mold and we've increased the batch size, we end up with this extra bit here, which is, I don't know, maybe about 1 inch wide. And we can cut it down into the same size as I did the mini bars for Pride Box. There we go. So these end up mini bars. So they're absolutely bigger than our typical samples, but obviously they're not as big as a full bar. So what I've been talking to Kat about was right now we have our random sample packs where you get 3 random sample slices like these. And maybe it would be cool to sell the little mini bars where you get to pick what you get. That way it's not random. You can select maybe a small version of whatever bar you want to try out. So if that's something you'd be interested in, let us know down in the comments. I would really like to know if that's something we should do or if these should just go in with the samples and keep it random. I don't know. We've just had a lot of people request recently being able to choose their random sample, which I can't always guarantee you can do. Generally, especially since our random sample packs tend to be dominated pretty heavily by the LGBTQ+ series because there's just so many of them. There's currently 13 designs we do within that series, and we have more planned. So our samples tend to be pretty heavily dominated by those. Okay, so that was 40 bars plus 10 mini bars plus 8 samples. Done. Just done. Already. In the time that it would have taken us to cut maybe like 10 or 20 previously.
Yeah. I mean, we're at about the 15-minute mark now.
But we've been talking and chattering and doing other stuff the whole time, so wow. That was way faster. way faster. That was easily a third of the time it would normally take us.
Oh yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, now it's a mess though, so I gotta figure out how to clean it. But overall, I'd say I'm really happy with this. It's a good job, Brambleberry. We'll have to test it at some point with a high top. I suspect we might be able to make it work. I think we may have to lay the high tops down on their sides with the frosting pointed this direction to get it to work, but I think it's going to be doable. But here, this is Greg. They are absolutely here to help us out, and they're going to be saving us lots of time. Thank you, Greg. If you want to check out picking one of these up yourself, we're not sponsored. We don't have any affiliate links with Brambleberry, but I'll leave a link down in the description box for this that we purchased. And yeah, cool. Anything else? Final thoughts?
I like it.
Me too. A+.
A+.
A+. All right. So you'll see Greg going forward in most of our videos. So thanks for coming and meeting Greg today, and hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye!
Bye-bye!